Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I wanted to talk to you about a little project that I've made for my daughter Sophia. Is this very cute little t-shirt here. And for those of you that haven't heard me talk about it before or seen pictures or whatever, she's just 18 months old. She's very cute so far. I get asked quite a lot if I make all of her clothes, and I wish I did. I wish I had time, but I don't. I do make some stuff for her, but I also can't resist the boarding sale, so I do buy quite a lot of her clothes as well. But today I want to talk to you about this little make that I did for it, which is very, very cute. So it all started with some fabric that I bought from the Sew and Bee live show. We had a stall there, and I got this from one of the other stall holders. It's a cotton and steel quilting cotton, but the print on it is just too cute, and Sophia totally loves bears and she says bear, so I had to get some for her. But most of the patterns that I've got and a lot of the clothes that I do actually make for her are for stretch fabrics, and this is a woven. So I knew that I wanted it just to be a really, really simple top so that it wouldn't disrupt the fairly large bear heads that are on it. Well, large for a little toddler anyway. So I have used this book here to make up my own pattern. So this is the Building Block Dress book from Liesl Gibson, who designs and makes all of the Oliver and Ness patterns as well. And I wanted to sort of talk to you about my design and a little bit more about the book as well. So this book is great because it basically teaches you how to adapt a really sort of basic, simple dress, and you can then transform it into sort of any design that you want. So with the book comes this sort of basic dress, which is your building block for changing it and doing lots of other things and doing your own designs, and the size range for that is 6 to 12 months, and that goes all the way up to age 12. So there's quite a lot of sizes within that, which is great. And you can also use a lot of the adaptations that it talks you through for adult patterns as well. So although it's all sort of taught on the basis of this child's dress, you can transfer that onto other patterns that you've got. And Liesl's also done a really comprehensive post on her blog, which I'll link to in my blog post as well, which shows you how to transform her bistro dress. So yeah, it is good for adult adaptations as well, learning how to do them. So the way that it kind of works is that you can print off this kind of planning sheet. So this was one of mine. This was actually a dress that I made when Sophia was much younger. But yeah, you get this kind of planning sheet, and it's got the basic outline of the dress on it. And then you do your design, the front and back, and then you look at the menu page in the book, and it shows you all the different options that it's got for necklines and sleeves and hems and closures and everything. So it's like all of these different options, and you can just kind of pick and choose what you want to have in your design. So once you know what ones that you're going to choose, you can then just write that into your little sort of design plan. So for the silhouette, the sleeves, the pockets, and you write what page number the instructions are to do that. And then when you go to that page in the book, it then tells you how to do the adaptation to the actual pattern, and then also how to sew it as well. So it is very, very comprehensive and very, very inspiring. And there's also a little section that just kind of goes through lots of different ideas that you can do. So that's also a good place to look as well. You can just see what different combinations of things look like. So that, you know, if you're not sure where to start, then that's quite a good sort of inspiration section. But because I had this fabric with the bear on it, and I just wanted it really, really simple, I have just gone for a really kind of basic A-line tee with little cap sleeves, and then I wanted a little eyelet opening at the back. So I made an age 2 for Sophia because she does kind of fit her 18 to 24 months clothes at the moment, even though she's kind of just 18 months, and I wanted it to just, I'd rather it was going to be a little bit more roomy on her. And I would say that it fits her spot on. So she measures, let me find the size chart again. So her chest measurement, from what I could tell, was about 21.5. She was wriggling around like a crazy worm when I was trying to do it. So I couldn't really get an accurate measurement. Decided to go for the age 2 anyway, because I'd just rather it was bigger, and it does just fit her. So maybe bear that in mind, that it's always good to go a little bit bigger. So these are my finished pattern pieces here, and you can see that they've been sort of chopped up and taped down together, like any excuse to use my Liberty washi tape. So yeah, I've sort of sliced into it to make it A-line, and then I also adapted the sleeve quite a bit as well to make it this kind of curved cap sleeve. So that is my pattern pieces. Now, the one mistake that I did with my pattern pieces, which seems very obvious now, is that I just made the opening of where the neckline was going to be, I just made it a little bit too big. And then obviously when you take off your seam allowance as well, it meant that the distance between the top of the opening on the back of the top was just too big. And it just meant that when I brought it together, the neckline was just too small. So I ended up having to sort of sew these little kind of extension bits on it, and then I put a little stud on it instead so that it would just kind of remain open like this. Which I think actually looks quite cute, and I feel like it's sort of become part of the design, but it wasn't intentional. But if you are going to do a slit, just make it like really teeny tiny. I think I just took too much off of mine, and that gap just ended up probably a bit bigger than I had thought it was going to be. But yeah, you know, you can always work around these things and it's fine in the end. My dream of being able to get this really cute video of Sophia like dancing in her top didn't quite come into fruition, as you can imagine. 18-month-olds don't like to perform. So this is the best video that I could get of her. She's kind of hiding in her shoe cupboard under the stairs, but hopefully get a chance to see what it looks like on her. I have got some photos on my blog as well, so you can kind of see what it looks like on her in that too, but I think the shape of it's just really cute, like a little sort of swing top. I really like the A-line shape of it. So yeah, it's very sweet. So if you do like adapting patterns and sort of making up your own designs, it's definitely worth checking it out. You can get the book from all good booksellers, as I'm sure you can imagine, and we also have some in our own online shop as well. And what we're doing for just a limited stock is we are including 5 meters of the dots and cross pattern paper with it as well. We do also sell that just individually by the meter, but if you fancy grabbing a copy of the book, there'll be a little code in the blog post, so if you add that code in at the checkout, then we will know to give you that you've seen this video, and we'll know to give you your free pattern paper as well. But yeah, it's very inspiring, and although it can seem quite overwhelming when the possibilities of what you can make are endless, it is good if you've got something quite specific in mind, or you think, you know, I want to just have a different bit of a sleeve but I'm not sure how to do the alteration properly. This book really talks you through step-by-step. Diagrams are really nice and clear of how to actually adapt the pattern, and then how to sew as well if you need that sort of bit of extra help and support. So I hope you found that useful. Just remember to hit subscribe if you haven't already to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on my next video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys, bye!